I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I got game, sports center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up? I got game, sports center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up?
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here we go, start. Let's go.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready.
They go right back to Singletary. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
No. Dragon 60.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. The It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Texans at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared, because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Ready.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Stroud off the play fake.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Second down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. A 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Check. Check it.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
First down, here's White. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
They'll try the right side here with White. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Mayfield on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and the line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah,
that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
A handoff on the option to Singletary. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way we do.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's on his way. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Pierce. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Let's go now.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line. This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The head linesman was right on it. I think they got that spot correct.
Yeah, and so many times officials catch so much grief because of things that may go wrong. You're exactly right. He was on the spot, marked it correctly. Let's see how this plays out from here.
Another fullback dive? I don't know that you go to that again.
No. Fullbacks block. Running backs carry the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll run for it. This is White. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else?
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Street. 19 Tiger. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. Now this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check man.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On the end around, this is Julio Jones. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Pierce now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, Reed, go.
Singletary going to get the handoff. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action. Stroud now rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
Their own 43-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. 122 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. And quickly they get to the line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He completes this to Russell Gage. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's White. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Touchdown! Chris Godwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. He completes it to Jones. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Ready.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Panther Street. Go.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ball game. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Down back at the 32.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Ready.
Handoff right side to Pierce. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10.
Run. Hey, alert 33. I got it.
Here's Baker. That's complete to Otten. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it into any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Now Jones. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining